What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Salute to everybody that subscribed to the channel. It's your boy Acito. I wanted to tap a little bit into politics, man. This has been a very interesting year, 2024, for politics, perhaps per se. We got the election coming up in November. You know, you got Donald Trump going up against Kamala Harris. Joe Biden, stepped down for various reasons. One of the reasons, for me personally, he was just incapable to even walk, even speak properly at the podium. He would forget where he's at. It just looked bad. It just looked bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. But Kamala Harris has stepped up for the Democrat Party. Now, the reason I'm making this is because I want to really hear from people that are like my age, people that are subscribed to the channel, or if you just come across this actual blog here. Because I'm going to say this, as a black man, growing up in the East Coast, dominantly a Democrat, a blue state, a lot of black people, live in middle class per se. They have this misrepresentation that middle class is Democrat Party, no matter what, for some reason. It's like frowned upon if you were a Republican. Like Republicans is only for the rich people or whatever the case may be. And I feel like, I don't know, like growing up, my family, I know for a fact they always voted, Democrat. Even when Barack Obama got elected into office, you know what I'm saying? My grandmother literally cried and begged me to go vote for Barack because he was a black man. I didn't know shit about Barack. I didn't know who he was, where he was from, his policies. I didn't know anything. All I know was my grandmother, she grew up, experienced the racism in the South and Alabama. And, when Barack, was running for presidency, she was like, you don't understand how big of a moment this will be for people, like me and my age. You know what I mean? So I went and I did it. I voted, both, terms, for Barack Obama. Now, I can't even really fathom and really remember, what the climate was back then as far as, living, because I think I was like in my mid 20s. I wasn't thinking I didn't have much responsibility. I was working, spending money, traveling, not really, thinking about anything. I didn't have any children. I didn't have any responsibilities. But fast forward to now, right? I'm a little bit older. You know what I mean? I'm in my late 30s. I have a child. I have a beautiful lady. I'm looking to expand my family. And I'm looking at the course of the last 5 years or 10 years, I should say. And I look at my income, I look at the taxes that I've been paying, I look at all that stuff, right? And then I look at who's been in office, and I look at how much money have I paid, how much money have I actually got back, from my taxes and me, having a business and things of that nature. I'm gonna bring that back to, further towards the end of this blog. But let's get into the candidates, right? So you got somebody like Kamala Harris. And I'm just going to say the Biden administration. I'm going to start with them first because they have been in office for the past 4 years. For me personally, I feel like the economy has really suffered. Really, really suffered. If you look at the gas prices, you look at the rental crisis, there's families being evicted, probably 1 or 2 families being evicted at least a month. In the counties surrounding the Maryland area. Like, it's bad. You know what I mean? I can't even fathom how many times I've driven around my apartment complex and I've seen people shit on the fucking yard. That shit is terrible. You know what I'm saying? You got the rental fucking properties is in shambles. You go to the grocery store, you know what I'm saying? A carton of eggs is like $4 or $5. If you want to get the good organic, the good eggs gonna run you about $12, $13. Groceries is crazy. To travel is absurd. Flights, Everything costs so much more money. You know what I'm saying? The interest rates are still going up high. It's expensive to purchase a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just ridiculous. Then don't get me started with the crime. The crime is egregious. It's egregious. In the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area, especially in Maryland, DC, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's a lot of these young people, and then you got a lot of these migrants, coming from, these countries, coming from over the border illegally, committing a lot of these crimes, stealing these vehicles. Like, it's just bad, bro. It's bad. And I don't see anything being done. I feel like it's getting worse and worse and worse as the time goes on. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm just looking at this shit under the Biden administration, And then I look at cities like New York City. I look at cities like Houston. I look at cities like Chicago, not cities, but states like Chicago. These places where these migrants have been bused and sent to. Places like New York has spent over $1 billion to house these migrants. Hell, I work for Cisco in DC. I delivered to one of the 4-star hotels in DC. Do you know they shut the actual hotel down for the migrants to give shelter for these people, right? They're not even U.S. citizens. To give them shelter. I'm talking 4-star hotels. I'm delivering the food there. All the food is for them. It's all paid for by the government. I couldn't believe it. Well, then you have a homeless crisis out here. You got vets. You got families that have been evicted. Good working middle class families that have been evicted because of the COVID or the egregious, skyrocket rental prices and things of that nature, like no fault of their own. They got kids that, they can't afford it. They can't get any help. And they're out here on the streets. So I think that's a big problem. And I'm looking at also my taxes. Like, since the Biden administration has been in, I've owed every single year. Every single year my taxes I've owed, and they went up every single year. I'm just like, even with me having a business, a LLC, I don't even get the tax breaks that I got when Trump was in office. I don't even think I owed taxes when Barack Obama was in office. So I don't know what the hell this administration has done, but if you're like me, you like middle class, but you like right above middle class, you know what I mean? Like, you make a nice, decent amount of bread, you getting taxed. I'm getting taxed, man. I don't like that shit, man. Like, I don't like it. I do not like it, man. So there's a lot of things when it comes to the Biden administrations and Kamala Harris that I raise a lot of red flags. A lot of people are, being bamboozled between the whole, you don't vote for Kamala, you ain't black, how you don't vote for her, she's the first black woman. I see people saying she's not black, she's Asian, whatever the case may be. People are criticizing her because she has a white husband, and I don't give a fuck about that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. I don't care that you're black. I don't care. I don't. I'm worried about the policies and how it's going to affect me, my family, and my household. That's what I care about. And I feel like a lot of the policies that I listen to from Kamala, because we're going to get into Trump, a lot of those policies are not in favor for me. They're not. And it's a lot of the same bullshit that I heard when Biden ran and he got into office, and when Kamala tried to run and she actually stepped down. But none of that came to fruition. I don't see any advantages for first home buyers. For me, it would be the first time for me to buy a home. I don't see any of those, interest rates going down. I don't see any of these programs to help. I don't see any of these programs to help these inner city youths. I just don't see it. I see skyrocket crime. I see a numerous amount of migrants. I just don't understand, man. I just don't see it. And I don't have the faith in the Biden administration. I just don't. Now, I do like the fact that, she did tackle on some positive things as far as, building more platforms and more opportunity zones as far as for the youth, and she did touch on, the border crisis. And one of the things I didn't, she did an interview where she basically said, she never visited the border. She never went there. And she was left in charge of the border. Then she went in her speech in Atlanta and said that she's going to sign something into act that's going to, tighten up some of, the migrants coming in that were rapists, that were murderers, and all this, things like that. So I don't know, what I mean? With me, with Kamala right now, like I said, I have not heard anything, that really sparked my attention. Now I go to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not the most liked individual. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, don't even know his policies are. They go by he say, she say. They say he's racist. They say he incited riots with the Capitol and all this and that, right? And once again, I don't get blinded by people's opinion. I'm looking at the policies. What is the policies? What are you doing that's going to benefit me and my family, right? So one thing I don't like as far as what's going on with Trump, every time I look at one of his speeches, when he goes to, talk and, speak amongst, the congregation of people that come to support him, he spends majority of the whole entire speech taking shots at Joe Biden, taking shots at Kamala Harris. Like, bro, we get it. It's funny, but when are you going to speak about the policies? What are you going to do? Like, I've yet to hear him. He'll sprinkle a little bit, and then he'll jump right back into just insulting them. And it's just starting to get played out, bro. And it's just like, all right, this is just like, I don't know. He said something real interesting that really disturbed me. He said he's going to give full immunity to all police officers. And what just happened, God rest her soul, to that black woman that got killed by that cop, and I believe it was in Missouri. That's bad timing. That's bad timing. I don't agree with that. I don't have anything against cops. You know what I mean? I think cops are good for the community. We need cops. I do think there's good cops. I do think there's bad cops. But giving all police officers full immunity is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. There's certain policies that you can put in place to protect the police officers. But giving them full immunity, I don't think that's not smart. And making an announcement that with that timing is not a good thing. I didn't like that. I did not like that at all from Trump. I did not. Some of the things I did like, he addressed, the gas prices, the high interest rates, the stock market plumbing, the billions and billions of dollars that the Biden administration gave out to Pakistan and Israel and all these other foreign countries, and we have all these issues here in the United States, but they're giving all the taxpayers money, billions and billions and trillions of dollars, or we're in the hole. And he said he's going to fix that problem. He's going to fix the relationship with Russia. He's going to fix the relationship with China, and he also addressed, the food crisis and things of that nature, where he's going to cut taxes. He's going to cut taxes. That caught my attention there, because taxes are too fucking high. They're too high. They're way too fucking high. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering where the hell I wonder where the hell the money's going. I see where the money's going. It's not I can see if I'm paying high taxes and it's going to, youth programs in the community. It's going to families, with large amounts that, that need shelter, that need vets that need shelter, that need, food and things of that nature. Cool. I'm cool with that, because I can just budget down, get another, source of income. I'm a hustler. I can get it. But I know I'm busting my ass and I'm working hard, and I turn on the news and I see Biden is giving $1 billion or 2.3 million or whatever the case may be, $200 million to a foreign country that has no benefit to the United States of America. That bothers me, bro. That bothers me. So Trump saying that he's going to correct all of that, and that's going to save money and put money back into our pockets. So that's a positive thing that I like with Trump. And I see a lot of people saying that Trump is racist and things of that nature. A lot of you people are hypocrites, because if you would rewind the time back 15 years ago, before Trump even thought about running for president, some of your best entertainers, rappers were all seen taking pics with Trump, supporting Trump, going to Trump towers, all of that. I don't want to hear that racist shit, bro. I get it, There's people that don't like black people. I'm no secret to that. Hell, there's fucking black people that don't like black people. So y'all gotta stop this shit, bro. I feel like Biden is a fucking racist. And yes, Trump can be a fucking racist. So fucking what? This is the cards that we're dealt with, people. We're dealt with the Biden or Harris administration and the Trump administration. To be honest with you right now, I'm leaning towards Trump, but that's part of me is like, I don't even know if fucking Trump is really going to give me the things that I know that's going to help benefit me in the next 4 years to set me up for success for my family. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, neither one of them have said anything that they're going to do for the black community or to gain attraction and support for the black vote. None of them. Kamala went and pretty much said that she's not pulling anything in policy for the black community when you're a black woman. And that's fucking crazy to me because they have policies for the Asian community, the Jewish community. Hell, they have neighborhoods where it's gentrified just for the Polish community. They have their own grocery stores, banks, everything. We don't have anything, bro. We don't have anything. We don't even have certain laws and legislations that were put into place, like the Emmett Till. I don't know if they did. Excuse me if I'm wrong. I'm just giving an example. Like the Emmett Till lynching bill, things of that nature, like certain bills that should have been passed through Congress for the better of the black community. I don't even think that have been done. So I'm looking at Trump ain't said shit. I mean, Trump had, now let me rephrase that. Trump has did things for the black community. Don't let people tell you that Trump ain't doing shit for black people. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because there's a full-blown video on YouTube with Fox News where Trump had some of the biggest people from the HBCU community, and he signed a legislation and law that sent over $4 billion or $4 million of resources to HBCU. He also had opportunity zones that were set up in the black community. So Trump definitely did things for the black community in his term when he was in office. Now, whether it was, broadcast, to the public, no, it wasn't. Because if you look at these videos, got 55,000 views. They don't even have many views. A lot of people don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I look at Biden. Biden did have something in place to give money to the HBCUs, to only cut the funding in half. Do your research. He definitely cut the funding in half to give that money to another country overseas. So I'm just saying, man, like, I'm looking at these two candidates. It's early. We're only in July, about to be rolling in August. I've yet to hear anything, especially from Trump. I've yet to hear anything from him that he's going to implicate in office if he gets elected. Kamala Harris, you need to do a better job addressing this migrant issue, okay? And all this gyrating. You got Meg Thee Stallion dancing, twerking. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. It's ridiculous. Like, we're not stupid, okay? A lot of people are not looking to fucking celebrities and rappers to make a political decision in 2024. It's not happening. We got too many political influencers that are really smart, that just live day to day to give us insightful information to look to as far as guidance to make a decision to vote. At this point, I'm very undecided. I'm very, very undecided. I know a lot of people are saying, it's probably looking good for Trump due to him almost getting damn near assassinated and surviving, that he could be potentially the next president. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm very undecided at this moment. But I want to know, how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel with what I said and what you guys have heard from the Trump, the Trump rallies and the Kamala rallies? At this moment, how do you guys feel? And who are you guys voting for and why? Let me know in the comments section, all right? Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all social media platforms at AceIsWorking. I appreciate all the love and support. It's your boy Acito. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
Shout out my nigga Ace, man. One of the lifelines of this culture, man. As a battle rapper, we look forward to these reviews, gangster.
What up, though? It's Calico, Landslide, fucking with Dedication TV. Subscribe to the network. Woosah. Don't forget the extra A, man. Shout out to the Brody, man. Shout out to Dedication TV.
Shout out my nigga Ace, man. Me being from New Orleans, I'm a super Lil Wayne fan. So I could appreciate anything dealing with the dedication.